How's it going, everybody? Johnny Styles here with the Wellness Observer Live. It is January of 2025. Happy New Year to everybody that's watching, and welcome to your number one source in pro wellness. Who knew that the year was going to be starting with news and updates of competitors who were in other categories and then are jumping in to the pro wellness division? We're going to start off this year and this first video of the year talking about none other than the prodigy Shanique Grant, somebody that I know very well ever since my New York days, my RX muscle days back in the day. And I remember vividly her career coming up the ranks, which was very, very quick. And now in 2025, she decides to actually tell the world that she's going through this, because I want to tell each and every one of you looking at the screen right now that I called this 2 years ago. I posted this 2 years ago that she was contemplating on jumping into the class. But again, with Shanique's career, there's always some type of drama, and this is the drama in itself right now in 2025, but she has decided to jump ship. Now, if you go to the Muscle Insiders website, you will see, I'm going to put it right on screen, you will see that they have an entire column on Shanique's return and update into the stage now that she's decided to come back. As if you didn't know, she was officially retired. You can read it there by Roger Rock Lockridge. He did a really, really good job. And I'm going to cover it here a little bit because I know her career ever since back in the day, 2014 era, 2019, 2018. I remember Shanique coming up the ranks. She did a show in, I believe, in New York or New Jersey, where she started as a figure competitor. For those of you that don't know, this is how she looked on the stage when she did figure. She was called the prodigy for one reason and one reason alone. If you're going to talk genetics in the world of bodybuilding and fitness, she has it all. You know, her athletic look, her X frame was pretty much everything. I remember she liked the looks of Phil Heath and Dallas McCarver. And when she stepped on stage, you can clearly see that the future of her career in this world for professional bodybuilding and fitness was going to be a big one. Her impact in itself was going to be a big one. In this very picture that you're seeing right now, you can tell that she isn't as hard, but she was really like 19. She was winning shows at 19. I remember now it was the East Coast Cup, I think, in championships. And honestly, if you didn't know, she was awarded her first pro card only 4 months into her competitive career. And some people like to hate on that fact when you have a competitor that's only been in the league 3 months in, does a national show, and just wins her pro card. But again, when you have these people that are genetically gifted, that's what the game is all about. Then I remember you had this picture when she posted it. She looked absolutely crazy. I thought that the internet was broken at that time. And you could tell by her shoulders, which many people thought they were very suspicious at the time. When they looked at her in person, you could tell that her X frame was starting to show up more and more and more. Now, if you go to her Instagram, she has deleted pretty much all her past life. But she decided to cross over eventually due to her muscularity and just her X frame. Her overall frame and structure was so good that you can tell that if this girl kept training over and over, she would be something to look at in the women's physique division. She was supposed to do the Olympia, I remember that year, and she had an accident or a run-in. I don't know if you guys know again, but I'm giving you a story. She was attacked and she was stabbed in her forearm. You can see again the hashtag Jimmy Dup delts in that picture. And then that's the actual puncture wound where she had that accident and could not compete anymore. After that, she eventually crossed over to the women's physique division. She won the New York Pro, and then it was history from there on. You can see here that a much bigger, a much denser, her waist looks even smaller in this picture. Her quads are diced from the back. She was crazy. And you had people on stage, and you had people, Linda Murray being one of them, that loved Shanique's look. And for a moment in time, people thought that Shanique was totally unbeatable. And you can see here why. Her look, her shape, very Flex Wheeler-esque. And for a moment in time, people thought she was going to win the Olympia, which she did win the Olympia. And again, she was one of these athletes that you can't really do battle with her genetics. And eventually the prophecy was true, and the prodigy won the Olympia. As you can see there, Sarah is there, which is now the current women's physique Olympia champ. And you got Natalia Coelho, which is the second runner-up, side by side to her. That was your class in the women's physique era. At that time, everything seemed fine and dandy until the unthinkable happened, which was Sarah beating Shanique Grant. Beating was what, until then, somebody that was unbeatable. And you can tell that she was visibly upset. She didn't like it. You could tell in her face. I was there, front row, with all the press, and she didn't look very, very happy. Right after this happened, the rumors started going around that she was going to retire and leave the industry for good. She moved to Vegas, if I'm not mistaken, and decided to not be in the IFBB Pro League anymore for years on end. Many industry insiders were very sad to see her go, because we all thought, again, she was going to be the next 10 times world champion. Who knows if she decided to keep on coming back for that women's physique title. I believe she wanted more in life. She wanted to explore. She was very, very young, and she's still very, very young. And she wanted a health phase, wanted to be healthy and, just live life. When you're doing bodybuilding and fitness, sometimes your life takes a step back, and you can't really enjoy the finer things in life, if you want to call it that. Again, 2 years ago, the rumors started going around that she was going to go in to the pro wellness division. She was starting to play along with the idea. And here you can see, this is one of the first pictures she ever posted. And I remember many of you hit me up on the DM saying, what do you think? What do you think? And at that time, I told you, and I told the entire world, that genetically gifted as Shanique is, she would still have to work hard. She will still have to put in the work. Losing muscle is probably the hardest thing to do in this industry. Gaining muscle is one thing, but burning that muscle off, especially somebody like her that has a tremendous upper body, it could take time. It could take many years. And 2 years ago, I told you guys she could do okay, but she will still need to work hard. Here you can see a picture from 2020 moving into 2023. Night and day difference, different hairstyle. Her delts are still there. Her arms, I'm sure if she flexes, are still there. Her waist is not going anywhere. In this picture, you can see her quads are still there. Her glutes are still very iffy to me. I would like to see her in person and probably be the judge of that myself. She did end up saying a quote from the Muscle Insider page. I will share that here with you, where she says, quote, "I love my body in all forms. I took nearly 3 years off from training upper body due to issues with my eye and my forearm, still ongoing. But I knew I was striving for a different look at the same time. Just recently in June, I made the commitment to really lock in to competing again, but in a different division. Let me make this clear. Downsizing is not easy. From now to my wellness debut in 2024, It's going to be one heck of a journey, and she's feeling very blessed. As you can see, this is a quote from 2024, and we did not, I repeat, we did not see Shanique on a stage. Many people are asking, is she going to do the Olympia? Can she do the Olympia? Because if you didn't know, again, I'm instructing a lot of you guys out there that if you're a past Olympia champion, you automatically get an invite to the Olympia. I am not sure in this case what's going to happen. I would love to see her compete. I would love to see her compete at the Pittsburgh Pro, the New York Pro. Imagine she could win the New York Pro and be, figure New York Pro champion back in the day, and now she can be the Pro Wellness New York Pro champion. This is an updated look at Shanique's physique. You guys tell me. You can see a little bit of the ham glute tie-ins over there. The teardrop is right there. The calves, I would say they need help from baby Jesus, but not anymore. She can tell. I can tell that she's been working in her calves, and I can tell she's been putting in the work. Again, she is kind of like Dexter Jackson. They have this genetic structure. They're so good. They're gifted. But one thing I would say is you can tell that Shanique has been putting in the work instead of relying on her genetic structure and her genetic look. In the end, we got this picture in 2025, and this is what she says she'll be bringing to the stage in 2025. I believe she is being helped by Team Ludacris, and Chris has done great with girls that look like nothing and eventually turn into something. I cannot wait to see what Chris does with a gifted athlete as Shanique Grant. Will I think she'll make an impact? I'm sure. This is news, and Shanique Grant is absolutely news. She is still very young. She still looks very good. She can definitely pull it up. Can she pull off the posing, though? Can she pull off the sassiness? Can she pull off the walkthrough? The stage presentation. Can she beat A.G. San Machado? Absolutely not. Can she beat Abraham Fogal? Absolutely not. Can she beat anybody from the top 6, top 7? I don't think so. But again, we have to stop and think for a second, and we got to find out. We got to step on stage and see what's going to happen. From the back, she looks really good. In this picture, again, you can see her glutes look bigger. Her hamstrings are bigger. She's a lot fuller from the back. Even her calves are gotten better in this picture from a posing room. Again, she was very good from the front and from the back when she was doing her run back in the day. From the side, she was a little bit slim. So we got to see how she looks from the side. Again, these are all pictures from iPhones and pictures from updates that you take in the gym. And you just gotta wait and see what's gonna happen on stage. Again, it's night and day. This is not 2020 anymore. This is not 2021. The caliber of athletes going into our pro wellness division are amazing. They're insane. Again, it's gonna take time for Shanique to build her body into this class. I'm actually more looking forward to seeing her posing on stage on heels, making this walk through, doing the sass, the quarter turns. I really want to see her in that light. I know she can probably pull it off, but it's going to be a breath of fresh air, not only to me, but the entire world as she returns to the Pro League, the Pro League 2025. What show is she going to do? I don't know. I would love to see her do in Pittsburgh. I would love to see her do in New York. Those are shows where heavy, big hitters are going to be doing it. So why wait to a smaller show? Why wait? Just throw in your hat. You're an ex-Olympia champion. You've been there before. You've been number 1 in the world. You know how it feels. Throw your hat in the game, feel it out, see who's better than you and who you have to go against in order for you to achieve a major goal, which eventually should be either winning an Arnold Classic or a Olympia title. This has been Johnny Styles, the Godfather of Wellness. Thank you so much for following. Let me know what you guys think about Shanique's return. Will she make it big in 2025? Let's do this.